Hey folks, welcome to the second video of our series talking about the songs on the Soulkiller record. My name is Wu and today I joined the chat with Fight.
Hi.
The second song on the album after the beautiful intro and the song Weapons of Mass Destruction is of course our title track. It's the song Soulkiller. A few of you might know it. I'm not only the youngest, I'm also the newest member of Hollow. And when I joined the band, the song Weapons of Mass Destruction was quite ready for the record. So my biggest work with Weapons of Mass Destruction was to speed up again and be able to play songs that fast again, because I went through a phase of alternative rock.
Stop it!
And yeah, it was tough work to get up to speed again. And while working on the older songs and practicing Weapons of Mass Destruction, I was happy to join the writing process for the new song Soulkiller.
Yeah, and Soulkiller was written during the Corona pandemic. And during that time, I was listening to a lot of synthwave music, especially bands like Dance with the Dead, Danny Deluxe, and Alex and Tokyo Rose. And I asked myself if I could write a song that is kind of like synthwave, but in a metal style. So I was thinking about using an electric guitar basically to write a synthwave song. And if you're familiar with synthwave and if you listen to that kind of music too, you probably will notice that the beginning rhythm of Soulkiller is pretty much the most basic synthwave beat that you can basically find in every synthwave track, and I think it turned out quite well. On Soulkiller also, for the first time, we added gang shouts into one of the riffs, and at first I was a little bit skeptic if that's gonna be cool on the record. But since Arch Enemy has done this before already, I thought, why not also just do it? If they can do it, we can do it too. And I also think that it's quite cool for the audience to listen to that and then recognize, hey, there's something that I can do. And when we play live, the people know already, hey, there's the part with the gang shouts coming. I can just scream, hey. And I think it's always cool to have a little bit of interaction with the crowd.
I was quite unsure too with the gang shouts, but also with the theme of the song Soulkiller with the synthwave music. I wasn't quite sure if this is a good idea, to be honest. But yeah, it turned out it is awesome. And it turned out right at the beginning that Soulkiller gives plenty of room. For me, there was room to play around the guitars, and I think that's one of the reasons, one factor that this song is so interesting. I think this song increases all the time and it reaches its peak at the middle part. And from there on, it's just full power and it's fun.
Also, when it gets near the end of the song, we have obviously the chorus, and the chorus is for the riffs quite simple, and we did that kind of like on purpose so that also together with the vocals, the people can just be at a concert and just scream. And also, again, have something that goes into your ear and sticks to your head.
It's our pop song.
Yeah, right. It's the pop song. Yeah, we force you to remember it. Yeah, and that's basically it for the riffs. I quickly also want to talk about where the title, the name Soulkiller originally comes from, and then a little bit about the lyrics. So Soulkiller, many of you might be familiar with it because of the video game Cyberpunk 2077. As you know already from the last video, I'm somewhat of a gamer, and I was back in the day very hyped up for the game coming out, and I purchased a pen and paper rulebook for Cyberpunk. I think it was Cyberpunk 2024. I'm not quite sure anymore, but there were not just rules in there, but also a lot of lore, a lot of stories, background stories, so that you could immerse yourself. And it was when I read the first time about the story of Johnny Silverhand. And that was when I first read the word Soulkiller, because Soulkiller in Cyberpunk is basically a program that, well, steals your soul. And it is described as kind of living hell. And when I read this name for the first time, I thought to myself, man, this is such a cool name. I've never heard it before. I wrote it down immediately and said to myself, I need to keep this. I need to remember this, that whenever we are going to write a new song, that I can work with that. Yeah, when it came to writing lyrics, I was a little bit torn apart because I usually don't like to write songs about fictional stuff. I like it when lyrics reflect on the real world, when people can relate to the lyrics. So I tried to kind of like do it half-half, and I thought to myself, what could be a Soulkiller in real life? And well, the answer was quite basic and simple, that real life sometimes is like a real Soulkiller. It can be a real soul crushing experience. So yeah, the lyrics for Soulkiller are somewhat about the Soulkiller in the video game, but also about all the good stuff we have in real life, like depression and anxiety and all these great things. Um, so that people can kind of relate to it. Yeah. And I think it would be really fun to know if you recognize Soulkiller because of the video game. Let us know in the comments if you were familiar with Soulkiller from the video game already. All right, then that's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, consider subscribing, do all these cool things. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube channel. Obviously, you can get all our cool stuff on Bandcamp. And yeah, have a great day and thrash to left.
Stay tuned.